The best advice I think I could have got when I was starting is that bodybuilding is a sport of the details. It's in the details where the top pros make the difference. And it's the details that the control of those details is what makes them being able to do things in this relaxed mode, like automatic mode, the organization, and knowing that the repetition that bodybuilding provides, that for some people that's boring. For us, it's a very important tool we have to actually work on our routine as near, even if it's impossible, as near to perfection as we can. So study and make every aspect of your routine, your day in and day out routine, have a purpose and be getting you closer to your goals. Yeah, I'm a fan of bodybuilding since I was from 10 to 13 years old when I started competing. I started, like I think all of us, watching the crazy videos of Ranch Warren training, like mad, you know, they're in Metroflex. Then I discovered this guy called Shay Cutler that has these DVDs of 3 hours length that is just him training and eating, just like a very raw material of what's the life of a top pro bodybuilder. And I just fell in love with that. I felt like I was in the time playing rugby, I was playing soccer, and I figured out that what really motivated me, what really drove me, was the training in the gym, the working out, more than getting to the weekends and actually play the games, you know. Once I realized that my passion was in training, I started dedicating myself to train. And I found a sport where basically you train the whole year and only compete and only play, you know, some 2-3 times a year. And that's how I slowly started getting into bodybuilding. That's the real truth. There's something in Shay, there's something in Flex Lewis that always inspired me the most. I don't know if it's like some resemblance that I felt from Jay about the way he works, about how he closes up everything around him and just focus on bodybuilding. That's what I wanted for me. And Flex is just, since the first time I met him in 2016 in Amuse the Olympians, he told me he felt a lot of resemblance between his physique, between his beginnings and what I've been showing him about my first shows in that time. And I remember I was talking to him yesterday, like, he said, bro, you started this bodybuilding dream making the line to my booth at the Mid Olympians, and now it's gonna be you who's gonna have your own line at the Mid Olympians. That day, in 2016, he went back like this, the Olympia stage was back there, and he was like, don't hesitate, don't stop, because your destiny is on that stage, I can tell. And since he told that, I actually started believing in that, you know. I was kind of childish because, I mean, from Argentina, from Comodoro Rivadavia, the city where I'm at, thinking of having a guy who ends up competing at the biggest stage of the FB Pro League was something never, only me, only my mom, only my brother, you know, thought that I could do it. And right now, having the possibility of actually getting that qualification is something that I still processing. But talking to Flex yesterday just gave me a bit of perspective of where I come from and where I'm at right now.
Did you have to cultivate that self-belief? Because there's a lot of people that, like, oh, look at that, I'll never get there. But did you always believe in yourself?
I had my up and downs. I always strongly believed in me because, as I told you, I had people around me, people I trust and people I think know something about the sport, like Flex Lewis, for example. Like Patrick Tour, my coach, for example, for the first time we met together in person, he told me, in 5 years from now, you're gonna be a pro, and when you finally complete the weight limit of 94, 95 kilos on stage, you are not only going to be a good pro, but you're going to be fucking competitive at the Mr. Olympia. And I think that's what happened this weekend. I not only won the show in Texas with everything it means to me that I spoke about that in my speech post-show, but I think we made a statement in the fact that with some details on presentations, with some details on posings, because I'm still a rookie in the Pro League, we have to admit, physique-wise, condition-wise, work-wise, density-wise, size-wise, I know I have potential to be in a top 5, to be in a top 6 in the Mr. Olympia. So actually, it only depends on us, depends on me, depends on Iago, depends on Patrick, that we can again put everything together, and when it comes the time to get on that stage, I can be ready to don't miss, as we say with Iago on our workouts in the gym. We never miss a rep. Right now, we don't want to miss any detail at the control, the midsection, the transition on every pose. If you want to place top 5 on a Mr. Olympia stage, apart from the physique, you need to be perfect, because you're going to be looking, and Tyler told me this, they're going to be looking for an excuse to deny you, you know? And that's the beauty of that stage. So that's what we're looking for.
What is it? What is it, and what does it mean to you? Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
The Mr. Olympia is not only the most important show, the most prestigious show of the NPC Pro League, but also has something like some mystic around it, you know, that every athlete that went there and that did good there, not only once, but who could keep competitive, keep that keep at the highest level of the sport for many times, they leave a mark. Even if they don't win, there's gonna be always connecting with someone in the crowd. There's a lot of people that starts inspiring themselves by those guys there on stage. So Mr. Olympia for me means leaving a legacy not only for my family, not only for my friends, for my team, but also a legacy for every single guy from South America, from Argentina. I'm actually the first Argentinian guy who is qualified for a Mr. Olympia, and what I want to do is like make every athlete, amateur athlete competing right now in my country, know that it's possible. It's not a matter of money, it's not a matter of talent, it's just a matter of hard work. Consistent hard work during years and year after years. I've been working with Patrick Tour for 7 years to earn these following 8 weeks we have to work for the Mr. Olympia. So if you really put in the work, your mind into it, and you're willing to sacrifice everything it needs, I promise, like me, you will be there one day. Yes, we have a very interesting training approach with my trainer Iago that has the intensity sometimes is confused with the perception of effort. For us, we don't need to do some crazy stuff in the gym to improve. We go for some control, very studied periodization in which we have weeks where we go for more reps, weeks we go for less reps, weeks we do deloads. We don't work with weights or knee scan control, so we don't use knee straps, for example. There's a lot of attention that we pay to the quality of the movements, you know. And for that, doing that process made us start working together in like a 30% of the weights, for example. I think we do the correct exercise selection, the correct exercise techniques that work the best for my body. So I particularly had to like leave my ego completely outside the gym to be able to go through that process. There was a lot of people in Brazil telling us that you don't train intense, you need to train heavier, you need to do this, you need to do that. And after a couple of months, I can say that they are all asking us what we were doing that we improved so much. I have no pains, I have no injuries, and that's because of a lot of different aspects, details again, that I think Yago takes a lot into account into your training, and there's a lot of people out there that are not doing so.
If people want to follow you on your own channels, where can they find you?
They can find me as Francisco Barrios Vlk on YouTube. They can find me as Fran Barrios Vlk in Instagram. I'm really looking forward to connecting with all of you guys, so don't be ashamed of comment, of sending messages, sending questions, sending your physiques, anything you need, any question about our training, if you want to see more videos, suggestions about our YouTube content that we're coming, we have a lot coming in your way. I mean, it's in Portuguese, but has all the English subtitles activated, so all of you will understand everything what we are doing. So I'm waiting for you in my social media. Come along and let's connect. The Olympia debut will be crazy, and I'm the one to thank the man, Michael Johansson, for everything he has done for me. I said it on stage yesterday, I'm gonna say it again. He made me feel at home with family since the very first time I stepped at this gym last year, all alone. And the fact of being able to win here my first Olympia qualification, to win and represent the Texas Pro 212 as his winner in the Mr. Olympia, it gives me a feeling of giving back to that stage, to the gym, to the city, to Michael, to Gasp, to Better Bodies, a little bit of everything he had given me for the last couple of years working together.